Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki. If you're new here, I like to talk about homeschool, books, mom life, you name it, I'm all for it. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about our first grade curriculum choices. So if this is something that interests you, then keep on watching. Also, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button down below to be notified for future videos. So yeah, let's keep going. Part one, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start by doing our extras. So what I mean by extras is like outside of our math and reading, which is our core subjects. So for first grade, I talked a little bit about this book already, and I will link that video up here. But I did get this Sing a Song of the Seasons, which is a 365-day nature poems. So a poem for every day of the year, and this is a really cool book. Really fun. I plan to do this for poetry and copy work, so a lot of the times I'm gonna try to have her copy some of the shorter poems in here, and maybe even some of the longer ones, as I think she's really ready for those things. Something we'll probably do to start off our day. Now, let's get into history. Now, I've been researching history quite a bit, and I haven't landed on something that I think is good, or not that it's not good, but it's just not ready. We're just not ready for it, kind of thing. I think first grade history, how much they're going to retain, I'm not sure, but this is what I'm going to do for now, and if I feel like I need to add to it, then I will definitely look into that throughout the year. So I have a couple things here, but first I really want to dive into these golden books. Now, I purchased this from Sam's Club last summer, I believe. And it has 8 books in here. So it talks about Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Jackie Robinson, Johnny Appleseed, Martin Luther King Jr., the first moon landing, the Statue of Liberty, and the White House. Now, these are just golden books, okay? So these will be topics, and I can always go to the library or go on Teachers Pay Teachers, or, you know, just even a Google search and look up different things that, activities that I can do to go along with the book, and even get more books from the library to go along with it, and kind of treat it as like a theme, like a unit study kind of thing. So that's really what I'm going to, I can't get it back in right now, but that's really what I'm going to try to do as of right now. We also have My America and My World, and this is by Abeka. It is a very, very short book. It is only 100 pages. So I don't think that this is going to last us all year long, but the color or the pictures are really nice. And this is just a history and geography reader. So I think it goes into, it has the Pledge of Allegiance in here. It has some Statue of Liberty stuff in here as well. Coins, a lot of different things. And when I start to plan out our year, which I have not done yet, I just have all of the things. Paul Revere, Benjamin Franklin. I plan to expand. So if we're doing, say, let's say we're reading just Benjamin Franklin and whatever's in here, for example, I will then go to the library and look up other Benjamin Franklin books, and then Google Benjamin Franklin activities. There's gotta be a million of these things on the internet. I mean, you can find anything on the internet and anything at your library. It also dives in a little bit to geography. So China, or I'm sorry, this is Egypt. I just saw China, that's why I said China. Anyway, I can then go to the library and look up all the things about Egypt and maybe even do a fun arts and craft pyramid project. So I'm taking history a little loosely here and just kind of having or allowing myself the freedom and not being tied down to a certain curriculum. That's history. Now, I really want to dabble into this. I've had this since we first started homeschooling, but I'm really excited to learn along with her. But I really want to learn how to do sign language. I think that it's just kind of a really important thing that like everybody should know. Maybe, I don't know. But these are 101 easy signs for nonverbal communication. And it's just like for kids. It includes tips for children with ASD. So it has 101 helpful signs. Now, this is just the book that I own. I can definitely pull some things off the internet, or if you have any recommendations, if you have learned sign language, let me know in the comments. And then I can also just go to the library and get stuff from there or the internet. Not sure if we'll get to that, but that's a goal that I have in mind. Next thing I wanted to talk about is art. I slacked off in the art department this year. If anybody knows me, it is not my thing, but I'm really starting to dabble with paint and like fun stuff. But I thought that I could easily pair these two books into art. So this is an Usborne book, Art Treasury, Pictures, Paintings, and Projects. Now, this book is so cool. First of all, it talks about so many really cool things. So this is the Great Wave off of Kanagawa. But then the cool part is it has different ways on which you can paint it or draw it or whatever. Really, really fun. A winter scene with skaters near a castle. Talks about it and then gives you the scene and how to paint it and create the interest, like in winter trees. So really kind of a cool concept. Now, like they have magical creatures. It tells you what to do, like lightly sketch some sea creatures on thick white paper and add some plants and squiggles around them. And like art is beautiful, right? Like you can do art however you see fit. So what I wanted to show you, because they have the Starry Night, which is so cool because, and then it has you know, a swirly landscape. So I really wanted to incorporate this Art Treasury book. I'm hoping to do this on like our Fun Fridays. Now, I also thought we could pair that with the Art Gallery sticker book from Usborne as well. So this is really cool. It has different scenes in the book. And then, you know, let me get to the stickers. There's tons of different stickers to then put into the scenes. And I really want to make a trip to the art museum in Chicago, because I think it would be really fun to do, to be able to kind of put these things and actually see the vision for them and how it works and everything else. But yes, really, really cool sticker book. I also got this Get Into Art book, and I'm really, really excited about this book. So this book has an art Giuseppe, I'm not even going to butcher that, but plant person, and it just has oh, so where does it open? I know, oh, here. So it then shows you the different ways in how you can draw it. and I thought that was really fun. It has a ton of different examples in here. Totem poles, really cool. And so again, I don't know if this has a, yeah, no, that's the other page. Here's the flap. So it shows you how to make totem poles. I think it's super fun of a concept. I got this off Amazon and it was fairly inexpensive, and it just, how fun would that be to make one of these things? I think it would be great. These are the kinds of books that I like because this helps me navigate art, as I am not great at it. And then it kind of just gives her a visual as well. So art, just some of the things that I have going for art. Now, we also have science. So for science, I have a couple things here. Now, I'm another one that, like, I like to have options. I don't want to be glued down to one specific thing. So I have a couple things that I think all of them are really cool from what I've done as far as like just browsing. So this is Awesome Science Experiments for Kids. It just has fun projects, and you know, it's pretty easy stuff that you will have on hand. Ice cream in a bag. I know a lot of people did this over winter with the snow. What else is there? Magic spoon. Conductivity experiment. It says that there is more than 100 interactive experiments for fun and educational discoveries in science, technology, engineering, art, and math. It has the step-by-step instructions, which make it easy for kids to take lead on experiments with colorful photos that illustrate them all. So, candy rainbows. Super fun. I hope to pull a variety of stuff from this book. And I also have Adventure Girl. Crafts and activities for curious, creative, courageous girls. So I thought this would be so fun. So like here, constellations. Talks about them. And then it has 3D stars that you can make. So just like a ton of freedom here as well. If I need to go to the dollar store, if I need to pick up materials, if I need to go to the library, I can pair this with some books. This is a make a birdhouse. Just really super fun things, and it's really easy what you'll need. So I plan to take a couple from this book as well. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna get to science every day. Maybe once a week, maybe once every other week, maybe once a month. We'll see. I'm pretty flexible with this whole science thing. So I also have the Evan Moore Skill Sharpener grade 1 book. This I plan to do weekly. So this talks about, let's see, it has physical science, sound, light, shadows, technology, life science, leaves, animals and eggs, mothers and babies, birds and insects, space and earth science, night sky, our sun, the seasons, environment and ecology science, uses of wood, earth materials, recycling. I have so far really enjoyed the Evan Moore books. I didn't actually use any of the workbooks, but I've definitely read through some of them, and I'm just super excited to get into this Science Sharpeners book. They have a ton of books, and I got mine on Amazon. I'm sure you can get them in a lot of other places. I will try to link all these things below, but this is our science. Okay. The other extras I have that she's going to incorporate somewhere in her day. We were doing this as a daily thing, but I'm not sure I'm going to continue that for first grade. But I have the Explode the Code series. She'll be starting this number 1 for first grade. She's probably going to excel because a lot of this stuff I feel like she should sort of already know. But yeah, it's just like an independent thing that she can do without me. And there are 8 books in the Explode the Code series. I will link the video that just went up for our kindergarten year. She went through Get Set for the Code. Anyway, she went through like 3 books of those. It was like A, B, and C. So we're going to be starting book 1. Now we're doing 2 handwriting books, but this one I figure we're going to tackle first. This is the Handwriting Without Tears for first grade. So usually we do the Good and the Beautiful handwriting, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit and just try some new stuff. So I'm gonna have her start on this book because she'll get through this in no time. And then once she is completed with the Handwriting Without Tears, we will move on to the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting level 1. She's already doing that this year, but I really want to solidify her handwriting skill. So before we move on to level 2, I want her to do this book and then level 1 again, so that we kind of stay on track with level 2, grade 2, blah, blah, blah. I know you don't have to do that, and you can work at your child's pace. If she's ready, she's ready. But I really, 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 really just want to work on like level 1 and really getting that solid foundation for like writing and penmanship, because I think it's just super important. And then it will really help when I tie in her copy work as well with the poetry. So lots of writing this year. I know she's probably gonna hate me for it, but I think it'll really pay off in the long run for down the road with curriculum and her furthering her education. So next is spelling. Now, I had forgotten that I had even bought this first book here, but this is Spelling and Poetry from Abeka. Now, I was kind of scrolling through it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Siri, whatever. I was kind of scrolling through it, and I'm not sure. I think this was supposed to be paired with something, as it's saying lesson 106, but we're on spelling list 18. So I think it was paired with another possible curriculum book. So I'll look through it and see, but what I really loved about it is that it has the words in print, but it also puts the word in cursive so that they kind of get an idea for what that looks like. Obviously she's not ready to write cursive, but I do plan to incorporate that in our homeschool at some point, probably not for another year or so. But yeah, I think it's awesome that they have that. But yeah, I mean, this book seemed really cool. It does have some poetry in it, and then it also has like homework towards the back of the book, which is just like independent work for her to do. Pretty much all the spelling stuff is independent anyway. What we're really going to focus on is this Evan Moore grade 1 spelling. What I really, really like about it is that it gives you a list. So it gives you a list that they can cut out, and this is for 1 week. So one of these is for 1 week. So she will practice that list for the week and go through. So here, week 2. So it has trace and spell, copy and spell, cover and spell, and then it has some little activities here. Find the correct word and then fill in these words here. Fill in this word with the sentence, my spelling dictation, write the sentence, circle the spelling words, filling the missing letter, make a circle around each spelling word, week 3. So and then at the end of each week, they will have like a spelling test based on the words that are listed here as their spelling words for the week. Really solid, and I'm going to incorporate this in our everyday work. Now, I also purchased this one. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it because I think that book will be plenty for spelling. But I did get the 180 days of spelling and word study for first grade. I really love the 180-day books, and I might just incorporate a page of this with her spelling from the other book to go along with it, because you just can't, I feel like there can never be enough spelling. And a lot of these words she may already know, so it could be very easy to her because these are still 3-letter words that are in like this week 1, unit 1, and then they're just basic book work. Now, what I really like about these books is that they have that perforated line, so you can easily rip the pages out and make copies if you have other kids that you are going to need this book for down the line. Or it's just easy sometimes not to work out of a book and be able to rip the page out and just lay it on the table for them, versus having to like not have a book that's not flat for them to be able to write and work in. So we will probably maybe integrate between this book, I don't even know what I'm saying, but go and fluctuate between this book and the other book from Evan Moore. Spelling, that's it. So that's kind of where I'm at with extra stuff. I do have some other things in mind. I had another science experiment book on my shelf, but I have already talked about that in my summer video, which I will link up here if you're interested in seeing that. I will pull from all the books and kind of just go from there and see where we're at. I think that we have a pretty solid curriculum choices to deal with here. I will also discuss in my part 2 the reading and math that we've chosen for first grade and whatever else I have on my shelf. So I was going to say something else that we were going to do. Man, what in the world? I don't know. This year is going to be interesting because we're adding on a few more subjects, and I'm really trying to see how I'm going to time this, space this, what we're going to do per day, how I'm going to incorporate it all. We have our read alouds, we have just some fun things. I have those letter tiles, which I also talked about in my summer video, that I plan to use along with this spelling stuff, because I think it'd be fun to put the letters together like Scrabble. Here and there, not all the time, or I feel like that can get old and repetitive really fast. But I have a lot of hopes for our first grade year, and I'm really, really, really excited about it, and she's really, really, really excited about it. I also got my ginormous half-gallon water bottle to keep me hydrated for first grade. But yeah, that's just a little side note, that since it's sitting right in front of me, I know I had other things, and now I really just cannot think. It's been a day. It's been a freaking day. But we have history, we have spelling, we have art, and we have handwriting and science. So I think that's all for our extras right now. I will let you know how these turn out, but this was for part 1. For part 2, I will be uploading that here a few days from when you see this video. So if this video helped you in some way with your first grade options or choices, then give this video a like and a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below and hit that bell to notify you of my future videos. Sorry, I am a rambling all over the place mess, but this is me. So anyways, let me know in the comments what you're choosing to do for your curriculum this year and what grade. I'd love to know what your choices are and see just like the differences in how and what works for your family. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.